Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4, where I'm playing with the Black Ice mod installed. I could invite them. Invite Italy, apparently. Sure. I've been going into a couple of things here in the game because I wanted to think about what this is, basically this garrisoning and things. So let me check one thing though. Yeah, just making sure whether I'm recording or not. So going into the occupied territory section, we can clearly see like certain areas where you're getting that, and I don't know if resistance strength. Basically, I don't. Occupied is capitulated. Occupied is in exile. Well, it seems to me that the more resistance you have, the more garrisons you need. We currently have infantry division as garrison to protect against the current resistance. Now, manpower per suppression, manpower per division, huh? What I was wondering about is the following. Like, this has a very high production cost per suppression, and the wachttroepen have the lowest. But I wonder if we made a template. Let's edit this template, make a duplicate. And we currently have headquarters here, but if I put in here military police detachment, which gives suppression, and I guess but I don't know if that counts if I put them in the garrison itself. Militia also has suppression. How much suppression do you have? 0.7. And but the thing is, the IC cost for this is 125 and the IC cost for this is 36. So like, this gives slightly less suppression. With garrison it's even more. Garrison gives the highest suppression, 1.8, but even that has a higher IC cost than militia, and militia costs more manpower, but I think that if I turn these two into two militias and I give them military police, which also gives suppression, 0.8. Can I add more military police? No, and I don't think there's anything else that gives good suppression, most likely. The interesting thing is that the game states that, where did I see that? That hardness will reduce the losses during resistance activity. And this is 97, which is currently not lower than Grenzwacht, interestingly enough. This is only 92. How does that work, though? Wachttroepen have 90. Production cost per suppression is 90 for Wachttroepen. Which, by the way, I don't need at the moment, but... Oh. Like, they claim this IC cost is pretty high, and then I'm getting a total of 3.6 for 200 for 260 IC. 3.6 for 260 IC. And this gives me 1 for 70, so I guess you have a headquarters, which you technically don't need, because I think the Wachttroepen also doesn't need, no, it has a headquarters. What the heck? What if I do this? I have enough armor experience, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now it's 63, whereas infantry is 388. That is absurd. I think these... let's just give them another name, otherwise it's gonna get quite ridiculous. Copy of Wachttroepen, that's not... Let's call it Einsatztruppen, but I don't... Einsatz... Truppen, is it like this? Let me just check it online. Alright, I'm back. It's not Gruppen... Truppen, but Gruppen. Einsatzgruppen. And I didn't know that. Well, let's... yeah, these names are rather... is it SS Verfügungstruppen? No, not really. Let's just go with garrisons. Okay. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna switch the infantry, which is exceptionally expensive, for Einsatzgruppen. Which should reduce my cost significantly, because now, if you look at this, I need 26.01 divisions of Einsatzgruppen, which don't really need that much. Or I would need nine divisions of infantry. 9 divisions of infantry would cost me around 3,500 IC. And getting Einsatz is 26 times this, which is, you know, half of it. Technically even less. That means I currently don't... I'm missing 9 light vehicles. Well, that should be fine. It also means I can go and change these laws a bit, because now that I'm not producing a gazillion in infantry divisions, this should be better. Should have done this a long time ago, probably. Well, it's not so bad now because we only have Czechoslovakia. So we're currently having civilian oversight, which I guess is nice, but it doesn't reduce the garrisons that much. And if resistance increases, it also increases the amount of units that you need to hold that resistance down. So for different countries you want different stuff. So for example, in Poland, as horrible as this is, I'm going to start out with harsh quotas, and I'll probably go to brutal oppression pretty soon. That requires a lot more of this. That means I don't have enough, but it's actually not that bad. Harsh quotas will mean that resistance will remain a bit low, I hope. But what I wonder too is if I make those units and put them on a specific territory, whether that also lowers resistance. This I do not know. And I don't know how much manpower this is, but I guess in the territories of the Czechoslovak Republic, I'll probably want military governor. Although they do get compliance rather fast like this, which is nice. If you have civilian oversight, at least that doesn't drop, but you also, you're gonna get resistance, so. And this gives recruitable population minus 10%. And this only gives you local non-core manpower by 2. So you're much better off, because you're not gonna get all these factories full anyway. Local resources. Oh, this gives plus 10 again, okay. So I wonder how fast that goes, but no clue really. There's still quite a few things that I don't actually get. About this. It does seem to me that changing into this at least will help a lot. And I also want to keep resistance down. It's just that this has already been going up by quite a bit. Because I do like getting less of this. But it's weighted, really. Let's actually take a look. I'm gonna take a look what kind of policy Germany had towards Czechoslovakia. For Poland, it seems pretty clear that it starts with harsh quotas at the bare minimum, I would say, or at the minimum forced labor, and will go to brutal oppression pretty soon. To keep that historical, I suppose. Not that everything in this game needs to go historically, but I will take a look. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I would say that they were not as bad against the Czechs as they would be against the Poles, which is fair enough. Let's go for military no, not in Poland. Military governor, and the same applies to Slovakia. I need more of these, but then indeed it should keep resistance low. We'll see what that does for my units. Now, we are currently, of course, at war with France, and we're gonna work towards getting France quickly. It is pretty tricky to do everything. But I would have to do Balkan dominance at the very least. Although I want to get mixed industry plan for the research center first anyhow. Let's see, this will be a bit of a episode where I do take care of things that need doing. Now, one thing that I also want to start doing, and I don't have it currently that much, is I've also been looking more into the factories. Now, if we go to production and we have equipment factories, you can see there's a total of certain types of factories everywhere, and I really want to start to get these bonuses going. So I want to have the maximum amount of vehicles, maximum amount of vehicle factories, maximum amount of small arms factories, maximum amount of artillery factories, and maximum amount of uniform factories to get the best bonus possible. Which means that because the factories are a lot cheaper than a military factory, so even though they don't build technically as fast, oh, it's plus 400 per existing uniform factory level. Huh. I still think I want to have as many of these as possible, though. One thing that I did not quite understand, though, in research, for example, is the following. So, for example, I have here enables building uniform factory state level 1. And then this has state level 2. I don't know what that does. Maybe because, for example, for this one it means air production capacity per assembly plant, it goes up. That's great, you don't need that many factories then. But it doesn't seem to work like that for the other ones so necessarily. Though I do think that you want to get the bonus at the very least. Now the things that you're making the most are small arms and uniforms. I can apparently make quite a lot of them. Somehow I can make more than 3. I have 10 currently, and there's a maximum of 13, but I'm already making 4 here. Weird. Maybe it just doesn't add to the bonus at that point anymore. Then I also have four more for artillery, but I can't build those yet. And for uniform factory, I thought I can get 11 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll be working on those as well. I think the times of building civilian factories at the moment is over. So there's that. That means I also want to go and take a look at how I'm producing certain things. Let's get rid of these first, although actually maybe let's take a look at these first. This is fine. I want to start building a lot of transport ships because If I'm going to invade the United Kingdom, then I'm going to need a lot of transport ships because they're going to get sunk. Resistance decay, huh? The thing is that for these Einsatzgruppen, I'm curious these are super expensive. This too, like these cost so much to produce. It is quite absurd. Comparatively, that's just really no good. Now, putting hardness into your unit supposedly helps it a lot in terms of and I do think they mean armor with that. But the IC cost of any armor is just so high. Even if I wanted to make or to put armored car, gives pretty decent suppression, but I just don't think it's worth it for the production that you get. Alright, to be honest, I do not think we need flying boats. I do not think we need naval bombers. And I do not think we need medium bombers. This is where it is. Now, there is nothing I can do to reduce the IC of airfields, I think. It just allows you to build it. No. Is the Panzer IIIe really not the latest? It is though. .5cm L42. Anti-tank upgrade, huh? This one. I already have the template for the 39 one, but I don't need that many of these. There's no need to produce tanks that you're potentially not gonna use. Whereas there are certainly other things that are required for production here. Having 6 factories at the moment. Let's at least get you up to 10. And you up to 10. Because this still takes 100 days at the very least. And then I'll also need more support equipment. Okay. Outdated equipment in production, yeah. Air wings, you can stop. Just doing that. Let's get these into the reserve. These are interceptors. Okay, let's move all of these to the same place. Let's move the interceptors. Actually, I'm not going to get new interceptors until a very long time. Let's get the fighters over here. Apparently I don't need to fly. Those are 100. That one is 300. Excellent. Let's do that. Okay. Now that we got that sorted out, the Italians don't want to give us rubber. Fine, bitch. Alright. This should give me enough though. Okay. Now that we have that taken care of, I guess that's it for those. I can let's see what I need to form the next things here. Signal company. I guess this just walks down this line. I need signals company. It's already 39, so I could deploy it afterwards. Logistics company 2. Just time. Let's make this one. SS don't go through the Dietrich Eckhardt. And I need time for you as well. And then this, of course, is only in 1941. And it does leave me with extra units. Which you are part of as well. Now, their template, where can I see it? They claim it's only infantry, but I wish Totenkopfstandarte, maybe I can see it here. It's these with military police. Okay, then I should probably actually put them in places with high resistance. I guess. So, although these guys should also be doing that, though, they should have suppression too, I think. It doesn't say. But at least I would assume so. I don't know why they specifically claim this hex either. Because they specifically located this hex here. I have to say, okay, so they do actually have growth here, for example. Because the interesting thing is that here is the resistance target is 0, so it's actually going down. And I'm the more compliance you have, the less the resistance target is going to be. So I wonder if this low stability counts as my stability, at which point I really need to bring that up. Because state victory points +4, okay. Military governor -40. Resistance target is capped from 6 to 10%. Compliance is needed to reduce it further. Compliance -8. Whereas, for example here, resistance target 37, base value 35, low stability again. So if we have high stability, we can at least get the resistance target lower. Occupied is capitulated. We can't really do anything against that. Occupied is in exile. Resistance spread from Gdynia. $100. The garrison fulfillment is not put in, huh? Okay. Well, fair enough. The thing with all these garrisons is that technically I do think at every port it's fair to have garrisons.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Now, I am kind of curious to see this Leibstandarte Wacht battalion. Let's see what it's. It also has military police. So, if we look at this area here, does it say somewhere that this unit reduces it? So yeah, I don't see this unit contributing to this by any means. It doesn't say so that because of a certain unit it is there. Do I actually have allies even? This is great, but I want to see the entire axis. Okay, let's go to faction. Hungary is in my faction, I think. Slovakia too. Request garrison support. Doesn't have enough manpower. What? Huh. Okay, so I could use Slovakian divisions. Can't do that with a country like this, unfortunately. Or even Hungary. Can't actually get them to do anything. What's the difference with volunteers and expeditionary force? Wow. Okay. Demand Slovakia. What the heck is going on here? Right. I'm gonna work that up. I'm gonna actually read up again on what having an on-map unit with suppression does, because I wouldn't know. Okay, back. I didn't get any clear info as to whether having on-map units like this actually works, but there's one last thing that I was thinking about that I wanted to do. So currently this one is 63 cost per suppression, and compared to the 388 that we had it at before. But if I change the template, because this is 0.8 suppression for 45, 55 suppression for 36. If I remove these two, it's cost me this, like that. And that should technically lower it even further. From 62 to 60. Ha! Indeed. And I think this is probably the lowest I can go. I think. Yeah. Okay. First of all, let's get you guys off. And over there. Let's get these guys to move over to the north. To Osnabrück. These units will go to Dortmund. I'll probably use all these garrisons later. When I'm occupying more territory, like both Norway and maybe Britain and France. I'm not gonna immediately remove all these garrison divisions. I didn't know that this is the way they do occupying territories now, so I don't know how long or how you get more points, I guess. Active attaches, land leasing to subject, land leasing, autonomy from master building, war score, or exporting. Well, Slovakia. Let's see what I can do for you. I really need those. Okay. Why would I want autonomy to go down? Whatever. Is not important enough, I think, to make a significant difference. Armored units are all under Schurner. Okay, really? Indeed they are. Well. Let's send these guys over to nah, fooled off for the moment. All these guys to Koblenz. Yeah, okay, that word looks a little bit better now. You're leaving now, right? And you too. Okay, that would remove this. Apparently I'm missing heavy transport trucks. I really need those, huh? Heavy transport trucks. Apparently I do. I need only 2 though. Do I need them in my garrison? Not sure. Let's see though. 2 a week, but I've only this. That's fine. Let's just get a few more radios because I'm quite sure I haven't put it in all my units yet either. So I will need a lot more of those as well. This is fine as long as I'm getting some rubber from them. No, I don't have enough. Delivered 0. Okay, there we go.
Angetreten.
Whatever, man. You're gonna wanna go and do that, be my guest. So we got civilian industry plan here. And since I'm not ready to attack just yet anyway, I imagine it'll take 17 days. Well, I wouldn't say that this is useless. Military police, huh? Let's actually see what benefits the military police give me. Oh, that's in air support units. Yeah. Military police detachment suppression plus nothing. Military police detachment suppression bonus plus 1%. Well, that would technically be useful, but I mean, there are things that are, I guess, that we're better off doing anyway, like mixed industry plan. Focus our political efforts on building up the military and civilian industry in a great leap forward. How do we have low manpower? In fact, I'll be building another 5. I'll have to take a look at my production though, because if I'm not keeping up with production, building too many units might not be all that useful. Why do some of these countries have to be a bitch about it?
Achtung. Bereit.
Nope.
Bereit.
I really don't want you to go there. Alright, I actually need a garrison in Kiel.
Angetreten.
And I also need one in Stettin.
Bereit. Angetreten.
Better keep them away from the front,
Ausrücken.
because they're a bit in the way there. And you're probably going to Königsberg, okay.
Achtung.
Hmm.
Ausrücken.
Let's just move them to Hanover for the moment. I think one of my factories just got damaged. Okay.
Amis, entends-tu le vol noir des corbeaux sur nos plaines? Amis, entends-tu le chant
Yeah, this is fine.
qu'on enchaîne?
So I don't need heavy transport trucks. I have enough of them already. Why would the game tell me?
Car l'ennemi connaîtra le prix du sang et des larmes. Montez de la mine, descendez des collines, camarades. Sortez de la paille, les fusils à mitraille, les grenades. Oh, et les tueurs à la base.
This must be the effect of the garrison change or something.
Attention à ton fardeau, dynamite. C'est nous qui brisons les barreaux des prisons pour nos crèmes. La haine à nos trousses et la faim qui nous pousse la misère.
Because
Les gars des billes où les gens courent du lit ont des rêves. Si nous vois-tu, nous marchons dessus, nous crèves.
that's very weird.
Fait ce qu'il peut, ce qu'il fait quand il passe.
It's like the 4th year of the plan. Actually, probably don't need that much preparation time after this mixed industry plan. I actually think I can already start attacking.
En soleil sur les routes.
Sure.
Les compagnons, dans la nuit, la liberté vous écoute.
Okay, this one can do everything. So let's research artillery workshop so I can go. Well, I can't make the workshops yet anyway because I'm building a lot of other workshops. They would go at the end of the assembly line. So instead, let's focus on this. Yeah, the efficiency cap is pretty good, although yeah, I'd rather do things to indeed increase production just generally. Just trying to get that oil in there.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
I actually do think it's probably a good idea to
Angetreten.
do those kind of exchanges.
Ausrücken. Befehle.
Don't need that. Or that. But I certainly do need stability to go back quite a bit, so once I have enough political power, I will definitely go and work on that. $77, $88, $86. Let's again look here at, for example, Danzig. Yeah, it's a bit better now. With some of these. It's 90-40. Alright. Still at low speed, but there are a lot of things that need to be taken care of at some point anyway. So these tend to take an insanely long time. I was thinking that some of these might be useful for other kinds of production too, but I guess that's not the case. Commercial plastics, which I need for... Oof. Okay. Commercial plastics it is. I don't actually need to make a front line. This organization is quite something. Two there. Two here. Four here and for here. Start with that, while the rest of the units also arrives. I think personally there's nothing I can do now against resistance, but what I will do is 2 military parades here for more political power. For a month I will not build as much. But oh well. I want 4 divisions here. Three here. 3 here. And I want the 2 Gebirgsjäger in reserve. Braven is not a port, but it would still be lame if they landed there. Okay, and those will be distributed there. Let's take a look. Let's go for this one. It's the 38 tech here. I'm sure we're gonna need that armor for something. Okay, let's take a look at how that looks. Two there, 3 here. Three here. Those in reserve. I will have an entire army in reserve here. Dividing things like that. Police station, huh? Resistance growth speed, well. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. That's nice. We have currently 80%, 88%, 86%. Still waiting on some equipment, huh? Guess that doesn't just go away. But doing that should allow me at least focus production a little bit more on these things and work away the huge deficits that we have. Let's see. Yeah, it does go down a bit indeed. At this point. Not as fast as I might want to, but it's going down. Really don't think I'll need these since I will not be building any more cavalry divisions. So with 2 a day, this less than 2 a day, this is also 100 days. And by far not getting enough medium artillery, so I would also need those things. Now through the wars increased more. What kind of mobilization do I have currently? Yeah, I want to do more damage, yeah. That's right. It's probably a good idea to be fully mobilized when you're going to go to war here. I wonder if they still say that I have low stability. Low stability 3% now. Okay. Seems to me also that flying air stuff, they just did one attack. It's a bit weird. But I do have another 100 planes. And Alright, they haven't deployed yet anyhow. What research is done? Planes again? I might as well, because I'm not going to build anything else either way, so... Indian National Congress triumphs. Good for them. What is it, huh? Can't put that anywhere, though. Not at this point. At least I worked away a pretty decent chunk of the infantry equipment. Problems. It would be a bit problematic if I didn't have enough guns for everyone. For example, what are these infantry units missing? Like, what is handheld anti-tanks, horse transports, and light vehicles, some support equipment. Okay. Yeah, this one's really good. Mixed industry plan. Wow. All right. It's only for factory. But let's go for construction here too. All right, so with that done, now I want to go and go around Maginot. If you want to ensure tactical advantage against France, we need to be able to hit them from all sides. They will not expect an attack from the north, which is exactly where we'll hit them from once we've disposed of a few obstacles. Yes, indeed. Now, what I will do then is I will do Weser-Übung in 1940 anyway. And I also try to invade the United Kingdom at that point. That's pretty much how this cookie's gonna roll. I'm gonna end that video then once I'm ready to start that Maginot Line bypassing. You two should go to Frankfurt am Main with you guys. Let's get you out. I have a use for you later. Can you imagine being a garrison throughout the entire World War II of Hamburg? Like, it's just, What does this do? If I click it, it does nothing. Maybe it's a DLC. Operational support doctrine, army fuel consumption. Huh. That's pretty good. Well, at some point they're probably going to tell me like, hey, you can go to war economy anyhow, I think. Air production capacity per assembly plant. Tank production capacity per assembly plant. Fine. Takes a long time to go to war economy. And I do think though that this is probably a good idea. Let's do that now. The game might tell me at some point, hey, it's a good idea, and we're going to give it to you at a reduced cost, but I don't want to take that chance. Do need to get stability up above 90 as well. I want to keep doing this if I can, at least. Okay, so there are these that I probably also want to do. But I will have to manage or adjust it with my production, because let's at least go for artillery workshops, because it's no use researching it if I can't build them fast enough anyway. And they do seem to go pretty fast, reasonably fast, so that at least is okay. But I really want that benefit. Yeah. In fact, I actually want these first over this. Yeah, they're already almost done. Anyway, it's no use researching those ones if I'm not actually done yet with building the other ones, so not immediately going to research that. Yeah. Armored spearhead. I have this ahead of time thingy. Tanks breakthrough. Sure, there's high levels of resistance, but what can I do? Like, it does go up pretty quickly though, as well. Even though it says 0.15. Is that per day? The only way I seemingly can do is lower stability this Pokemon, because they have capitulated. There's nothing I can do. They're in exile. There's nothing I can do. There doesn't seem to be any effect of putting other types of units in there. Except that I can use something like Military Police 2 to lower my garrison requirements, but it doesn't really allow me to lower the stuff itself. Okay, I do need encryption as well, and decryption, I guess. But then I also need to introduce radios to the infantry. And since I have a bunch of them laying around, might as well do that now. Yeah. Mobilize the Reich, what? Reorganize the Reich where? Where is that? I am... Oh, here. Oh. Guess I could have done that. Now, with that done, not gonna do that. I should probably go for Balkan dominance now. I don't think I necessarily need to do that since we're... Can I bypass this? Oh yeah, I will bypass that. I don't need to pressure Yugoslavia just yet at that point, but then I can align the Kingdom of Romania and I can get Romania into our faction. Because I can either do that or get the Office of Armament and Defense Economy. Which economic ministers do I have right now? Walter Funk, Albert Speer. Which are okay if you want to build that stuff, fair enough, but for production... I'll also get an artillery factory and a small arms and equipment factory, which is quite good. Alright, let's go for the Office of Armament. Yeah, let's start with these SS Junkerschule. With the expansion of the Waffen SS, it's come time to create additional Junkerschules to train members. Additional schools were founded in Klagenfurt and Posen-Treskau. Oh. 1943. Okay, we shouldn't do that then yet. No need. Doing these is not really what I want to do. Balkan dominance it is. The time of French supremacy in the Balkans is ended now. It's a bit early for that though. I'm very indecisive. This 5% armor speed. Add technology, Panzertruppenschule. Breakthrough, defense, soft attack, hard attack, sure. Panzertruppenschule was a branch school where officer candidates were sent after 12 to 16 weeks spent in basic training and having successfully undertaken an 8-week course at a Kriegsschule. Prospective panzer troops in the rank of Phoney undertook a 16-week training course which aimed to familiarize the officer candidates with the nuances and workings of a panzer and with the tactics to be used when commanding panzers in the field. Alright, what? Oh yeah, I need to cancel this one. This will be useful for the war. Can always build factories later. Alright. Some of these still require some time, but that's fine, I guess. Alright. Let's get started in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.